How you doing there?
Good. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm having a good old time. I'm marching around doing the Trojan bit, doing lots of artwork for that guy. What's his name? Yeah, I do lots of artwork for him. He's a pretty cool dude. He has some fantastic dragon ideas. I've slayed a few dragons in my days, one or two here and there. And I don't mean to brag, but when it comes down to getting down with the swords and the dragons, I can do that.
You can do it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I can do it.
Well, everybody, this is Diego Marcial Rios. Did I say your name correctly?
Well, it's Diego Marcial Rios. Yeah.
Marcial. Cool. Sorry
That's
to butcher
right.
that, dude.
Hey, you know what? You do as best you can. Actually, you know what? That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
I've heard worse pronunciations from dragons friends of mine, but then again, they're not around all the time, if you know what I mean.
Hey, boom, boom, boom.
That's right.
Did you make that? That helmet looks a lot like your artwork that you've submitted.
Did I make this? Yes, I pounded it out of metal.
I don't believe you. Did you really?
I pounded it out of metal. I'm an artist, remember? I'm an artist. I not only do paintings and drawings for your fantastic calendars, I make masks. And I also teach mask making here in the San Francisco Bay Area.
Seriously?
Whee!
You actually made that out of metal?
Yes, man.
Dude, that's insane. That's amazing. I thought it was like paper mache, like no insult. That's crazy.
No, it's like, it's the real deal, just like me. I'm the real deal.
That's fantastic. So tell me
Well, some
about
people.
how did you get into art and all that? Like, where did it start for you?
Well, it started. I was dubbed an art prodigy when I was a little boy. Believe it or not, when I was 4 years old, I knew already what I wanted to do already. Literally, this is the point of my life which was changing. I was 4 years old, and my father took me to go see the murals of an artist called Jose Clemente Orozco in Guadalajara. I looked up at his murals at age 3 or 4, and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with my life. Believe it or not, that's the truth. I wanted to become an artist. Since then, I got I have 2 master's degrees and an undergraduate degree in fine art. I have artwork in major American museums all over the place, and as well as in the United States, as well as in Mexico, as well as in Europe, and that sort of stuff. I've had 500 exhibits in the past, 30 years or something like that. I've illustrated books. I'm also a professional teacher. I teach fine art, and also I speak, and I'm a public speaker and that sort of stuff. Part of the reason I'm so successful is I'm a little bit on the flamboyant side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can't tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that looks like an actual like Roman gladiator sword. Like that looks like legit.
Yeah, well, you know what? It really is.
Mhm.
Every now and then, when a couple of dragons come up and they misbehave, I got to put them in their place. Now, dragons are generally nice guys, but sometimes they hop over the wall a little bit, and you got to put them back.
You got to put them down.
Most dragons are
Yeah.
nice people, but periodically you got to slap them in place. You got to keep your eyes on those dragons.
You know, they got that soft spot on their underbelly. That's right where you stab them to kill them. Yeah.
Well, sometimes I use that, but often I use, I use a lot of my dragons, believe it or not?
What?
I take out the law books.
Oh yeah.
I bust out the law. I have a legal education, believe it or not. I worked in a law firm for many years, and I quote them the law on assault and battery, and of course breathing fire on humans, and they generally get it.
They
But when
get
they
it.
don't get it, guess what? I gotta bust
take-
out the old sword.
You gotta bust it out. That's awesome, dude.
Gotta bust out a move. I don't like to do it, but you know what? When push comes to shove, when I'm forced to take force, I do it. Generally, I'm an artist. I just do. I like to paint the dragon buddies that I got. I got to paint the dragons and that sort of stuff.
I'm pulling up artwork you've done for the calendar. So,
All right, bring it
so
up.
the first one, and you're not gonna be able to see this. So
I see it.
you do?
Yeah, I saw those 2 dragons making out in the ice one time.
Oh,
Yes,
cool.
I asked them to stand still for a few minutes. They were pretty cool. They stood still. I did their portrait.
So what did you think when I reached out to you for this? And I think I put an ad on Craigslist, or I don't know how I got in touch with you because this is back like almost 4 years ago
I
now.
have no idea. I'm mixed up with so many different companies and so many different promoters and so many different marketers. I don't have the slightest idea.
Yeah.
I just remember talking to you on the phone, and I was working at a federal office at the time. I mean, in between slaying dragons, I got to make a living,
You got to.
So
Yeah.
I was working at a federal, and I couldn't tell anybody that I had this discussion because it was just,
It's so out. It's out there. It's exactly. Like there's select people at my work who know about this.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, I may have told a couple of friends after work, and they thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
But I couldn't mention it in the office or anything like that. I mean, I think I told my boss or something like that. He thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm a little bit of a character, so he wasn't that surprised. Not surprised at all.
So your medium, like this, you sent this to me. You sent me an actual canvas. Like you sent me the actual work, and the only artists out of like 60 or 70 artists that I've worked with that have actually sent me, because everyone else does it digitally or watercolor. And
Yeah, because they're amateurs. That's why. Don't deal with that.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to deal with fine artists. Again, I use the term fine artists in the tradition of Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, any of the
Botticelli.
great masters of our time.
Yep.
You know, why bother with the digital stuff? I mean, why? When I'm certainly something of quite a good draftsman. In fact, I was a journeyman draftsman from age 14 or something like that.
Oh, really?
So. Yeah, so I can certainly paint and draw. I can just execute it on a canvas. Why bother with the pixelations and all that computer stuff? Why? You know, I have the skills.
Yeah, because that stuff can easily get lost in the internet. This is actually being created and is like out there in the world and in physical form now.
Yeah, but also, unfortunately, with a lot of that digital stuff, you can tell it's a digital work.
Yeah,
with
for
my
sure.
work, you can tell it's a fine work of art. It's actually a painting. It's art.
So how did you do it? What medium are you using? Is it pastel? Is it acrylic paint? It's not oil paint because it didn't dry quick.
With this particular camera that I'm doing for you, I watercolor and acrylics, combination of both.
Okay.
That's right.
Cool. For some reason I thought it was pastel, but
No.
yeah, this is fantastic, dude. Okay, so this was I think this is the first one that you sent me. And then the second one that you sent me was this guy here. And I love
that one.
And I love this
hard
one.
to do.
I bet. So much
pretty hard to
detail
do.
in this.
Well, you know, I was in a volcano at the time. And I again spotted these two dragons getting into mischief. And I said, hey, you two guys, stop the friskiness. I'm a sort of a G-rated guy, you know.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, Diego, we'll stop the friskiness here if you know what I mean. But at least they posed for a few minutes. I did some sketches. That's just one of the sketches, that's all. No big deal.
I love in the wings, you can see the symbol for male and female. I love that addition.
I don't remember having done that.
Yeah.
But, oh, well, you know, bring in some of the things. You know.
And like I love the detail in like the bones and the lava and like the skull and just all like they're so rich in detail. It's so beautiful. And then
I did it from live, you know. I
Yeah, he did them live.
Was in front of me, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then this is the last one you sent me that you did for. So the first two you saw were for the 2015 Dragon Sex calendar. I didn't do one in 2016, but I did one in 2017. And this is the one you submitted in 2017, and I love this one. So this is my favorite one that you've done.
It is?
Yeah.
I don't remember having done it, but it looks like something that I did because I can tell because the design, I'm just a real careful designer, real careful craftsman. Because I certainly think your project is very interesting, and it's certainly, should I use the word sexy?
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I guess in its own sort of crazy way, I guess, you know. But, you know.
This is gonna sound like this is gonna sound like a stupid interview question, but what's your process like,
What?
dude? Like when I send you, I think in our email communication, I was like, I might have said, hey, I want them to be in a. I don't even think I gave you any direction. I think I just said, hey, paint some dragons having sex.
Well, for me, it was easy. All I had to do was go outside and watch the dragons every now and every now and then they have sex. Big deal, you know.
Just like anything else, right?
Yeah, you go out, you see some cars roll around, you see some birds roll around. Well, in my neighborhood, there's a couple of dragons, they roam around, fly around here and there. So I just make sure when, they think I'm not looking, and I'm really looking, I do some artwork. No big deal,
That's awesome. That's awesome. What did you think when I reached out to you? Like, what went through your head when you were like, this guy really wants me to go out and paint dragons having sex? You didn't, because we talked on the phone for like a couple minutes.
Well, I thought it was just a business proposition. I'm a professional artist. I didn't think anything of it. I mean, I've been doing art commissions and illustrating books and magazines since I was 11 years old. I mean, it was just another project. And for me, and granted the environment that I live in, it was very easy. These dragons are roaming all over the place.
All over the place. Yeah, you're in Dragon Central. Yeah.
They hang out. Sometimes we're friends, sometimes we're not. Every now and then, though, when they get out of place, I gotta take out the old sword and
cut them a little bit, or throw legal paperwork at them.
I hate to do it, but when push comes to shove,
you have to. No one else is. I'm too scared to.
I got a wife and a kid to look after.
Yeah.
Can't have these guys doing all that sort of mischief. They can't have them breathing fire on my kid or my wife. That's a big no-no. Me, I don't mind, but my wife, my kid, that's where I draw the line.
I
Draw the
feel you.
line.
I feel you.